Each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. A terrific evening look at Old Town there. The historic city of Boston is our backdrop tonight. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. We'll watch the Orlando Magic in this one as they go up against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, last season, the Celtics tried to balance minutes between a talented core of younger players along with their trio of superstar veterans. With the departure of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, now youth must be served. The question is, how far can that carry them?
And I feel, David, they're still in great position. I know you do too. Thanks for that report. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Augustine.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. DJ Augustine out there with Terrence Ross, and it's Isaac in at the small forward position. And for the Celtics, Walker and Smart, the guards. Daniel Tice out there with Williams, and it's Brown in at the 3.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
Now, here's Tice. Passes to Smart on the wing. Brown. Clock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. Orlando grabs the miss. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
And Walker kicks to Williams. Pass to Brown. And it's Tice in the corner. And the 3 off target. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Orlando. Isaac misses. Walker in the corner. Here's the 3. No good. The Magic go the other way with it. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
And they did win that last game in this matchup. It seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
Yeah, a significant differential in free throws made. I mean, give them credit. They capitalized on those opportunities.
Pass to Smart. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
Yeah, I think the train has left the station in regards to Walker ever being able to live his shoot-first reputation down. But as we see here, this is a guy who can make some spectacular passes.
Now, here's Isaac. Coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. Here's Gordon. Cans it from short range.
Well, you've got to give Gordon the ball when he's down inside. I mean, he can really score it in there.
So it's the Celtics now. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
4 on the shot clock. And it's Brown missing.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And you remember when Aaron Gordon came into the league, Clark, some questioned whether he had the size to play the power forward position. Not anymore.
Yeah, you take a look at what's important at that position. It's about mobility, versatility, and skill set, and he certainly fits the bill nicely there. He can defend the 3 or even some 4 positions and brings a lot of energy at both ends.
Free throw good. Gordon. Well, Clark, the All-Star break is approaching. Commissioner Silver has broached replacing it with a mid-season tournament. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you know, I love what Adam Silver has done as the commissioner of the league. He's very forward-thinking. He's very progressive. He's very open-minded. And this is one of those examples of that kind of thinking. You know, in European basketball, it's part of the landscape, and it seems to work fairly well. I'm interested to see where this thinking goes going forward. But I like the fact that it's been broached by the leader of the league.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here is Augustine. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Stolen by Gordon. He kicks to Augustine. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Yeah, and Augustine continues to get it done from deep, Kevin. A consistent 3-ball shooter who gets his shot up in a hurry.
Walker the pass to Brown. Outside, Smart. Boston needs to get off a shot. The fader. Tice, no good.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
And the 6'7" swingman, Terrence Ross, the number 8 pick out of Washington.
Well, you know, the shooting and leaping ability of Ross, phenomenal. I mean, I think the defensive end is where he can solidify his game and really improve. He's got all the tools, though, to be an excellent two-way player.
The first free throw is good. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Now the pass to Williams. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. It doesn't go for him. Orlando moving the ball around. Isaac. It's rebounded by Tice.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
And Smart the bucket on the assist by Brown. Smart's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, Brown not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
Passes it to Ross. Vucevic with it. Over Williams. And it's Vucevic missing.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration, too.
Celtics trail by 4. And Walker kicks to Williams. It's Brown on the wing. The kick out to Walker beyond the arc. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Stolen by Walker. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Brown, good.
And this is where Smart has really improved. The game's slowed down for him. He's playing under better control. Nice pass.
Now here is Augustine. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Augustine. Drills the three-pointer. Augustine's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Magic.
You know, typically, guys, Augustine is setting others up. Nice to see him get a pass himself and drill the shot.
Here's Tice. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Orlando leading by 5. Here's Gordon. Got a piece of it. Smart on the wing. Brown wide open. He fires. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. Pass to Gordon. Back to Augustine for the three. Drops in the tray. Augustine's got 9. Austin with the ball. And here's Walker. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. And it's Brown missing. Orlando's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Vucevic gets double teamed. It's tipped, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Smart. Celtics making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Orlando. Fournier comes in for Terrence Ross. Here's Augustine. Lays it up and banks it in. 11 points in the game.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
So it's Boston now. They trail by 7. Walker the pass to Williams. Brown against Aminu. Brown inside. Over Aminu. Takes the 12-footer and hits. 7 points for Jaylen Brown.
I like the confidence and the assurance that Brown is taking these shots with. I mean, his mid-range game is actually on point.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Williams against Vucevic. Over Williams. And it's Vucevic missing. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Boston. Cantor checked in for Robert Williams. Tatum comes in for Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Then for the Magic, Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Gordon. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine. Wanamaker off target from three-point range.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Bamba. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
And Boston has possession after the Magic pick up 2. 6 to shoot. Tatum on the wing. He's covered by Aminu. Orlando leading by 7. Knocked loose. Stolen by Cantor. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. And Bamba pulls it down. The Magic have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Carter Williams the pass to Birch. Off target with the open look. Boston shooting only around 32% so far in this one. The offense looking a bit off kilter. Hayward can hit.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now here's Tatum. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Tatum doing a nice job recognizing when to let it fly and when not to. A very capable threat from outside the arc.
Here's Carter Williams. 4-point game. And there's the pass to Aminu. Birch. Over Hayward. Birch's shot's good. Birch has got his second basket. Here's Wanamaker. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Kicks it to Cantor. Tatum on the wing. The tray. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bamba's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
.149 left in the first. Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. Now Cantor. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. A three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
1:30 left to play in the first quarter. Carter Williams with it. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Aminu. The feed to Bamba. Over Cantor. Bamba's shot is off. Celtics trail by 5. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And that's now 6 points for Jason Tatum. Carter Williams against Smart. It's Fournier on the wing. Jacks up a 3. Hayward grabs the board. The Celtics shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. The score now all even. Wanamaker's got 5 points so far.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Carter Williams against Smart. Pass to Birch. Now here's Bamba. Defense right on him. Shoots over Cantor. Nice shot there by Bamba.
Well, this is why so many are so high on Bamba, guys, and I'm one of them. I mean, he has great ability to hurt you a lot of different ways.
Here's Wanamaker. He has 5. Here's Cantor. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And Cantor drops them both.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
For 3, Fournier. Tie game in Boston. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach Brad Stevens. He said they go way back.
Our relationship started when I was in high school. He came to my morning workouts and really recruited me at Butler and was kind of the first guy that I think believed in me that I could make it to the next level.
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Celtics, we've got Tatum. Also Enes Kanter out there. And it's Poirier in at the 5 roaming the paint. Guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
Boston trailing. Wanamaker the pass to Kanter. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Wanamaker. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Magic?
They've been very good in the low post. I'm sure they'll be looking to continue that as the game wears on.
And also, they've gotten the three-pointer to fall tonight as well. That's equally as important.
The Celtics making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Clark, you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Cowens back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That was a long time ago, man.
With the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Here's Walker after the Magic pick up 2. Outside Tatum. Fournier against Walker. To end the run. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bamba's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Fournier into the lane. He kicks it to Bamba. The pass to Carter Williams. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Celtics trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December, and then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Fournier's shot is off. And Walker's got the ball here for Boston. It's a 5-point game. Over to the left wing. A three-pointer, no good.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Carter Williams can't get it to go. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Puts up a 3. Wanamaker misses.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
And Fournier kicks to Carter Williams. Bamba inside. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Poirier. They trail by 7. Walker against Fournier. Here's Carter Williams. It's blocked. Outside, Walker. Here's Wanamaker. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Here's Bamba, and it's in off the backboard. Bamba's got the lead up to 9 now for the Magic.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Celtics have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Daniel Tice is checked in for the Celtics. Brown comes in for Brad Wanamaker. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Kem Birch. Gordon comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. Ross is checked in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Carter Williams. Walker. Sweet little floater. Walker's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Boy, this little fella, Kemba Walker, is a treat to watch, especially when he takes it all the way to the cup. He's got explosive speed and finishes with ease on the drive.
Now, here's Vucevic. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Brown runs the floor like a locomotive, 225 pounds, and wrecks defenses in transition.
Here are the Magic now after the basket by Boston. Augustine passes to Bamba. Back to Augustine. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Shooting, driving, spotting up beyond the 3. Augustine scoring in a variety of ways. Man, I like that versatility.
Now here's Tatum. 8 points for him. It's stolen by Vucevic. Augustine finds Bamba.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve.
And that one falls for Bamba.
A top 10 pick in the 2018 draft, Mohamed Bamba. Mo Bamba for short is a terrific athlete and has a great work ethic too.
Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Gordon Hayward comes in for Jason Tatum. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter. That's superb.
And here's Brown outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brown's got 5 points in the quarter. Orlando leading by 6. Augustine looking around. Deep 2 from Ross. They get the rebound.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Brown dishes to Williams. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Williams has got his first basket.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Now here is Augustine. He's got 13. Buries it from three-point range. Gordon's got the lead up to 9 now for the Magic.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Walker against Gordon. Walker's shot is off.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense. He's starting to find himself out there now. You know, he's taking much better shots here in the second quarter.
Here's Augustine. It's deflected. Now here's Walker. He's got 9. The shot by Hayward wide open, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Augustine against Walker. Vucevic down low. It's good from in tight. Vucevic has got his second bucket.
Even with the defense right on top of him, I mean, Vucevic maintains a nice soft touch on these inside shots, and the concentration is not to be overlooked either.
Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Walker.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Ross on the wing. A shot, no good. Some solid defense from Brown. And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That is his first foul of the game. Isaac's checked in for Bamba. Boston's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Here's Walker. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's Augustine. 13 points in the game. Knocked away. Stolen by Walker. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Celtics trail by 3. That's good from Williams on the assist by Walker. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
Passes it to Isaac, and here's Vucevic over Williams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Clark, you look at the defensive metrics for Nikola Vucevic lately, very good. And yet, he's been considered a liability at that end. So, in your opinion, which is?
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I think it's a blend, quite honestly. The analytics say one thing, but in this day and age, the way the game is played, big centers are typically challenged from a mobility standpoint, especially trying to defend fleet-footed perimeter guys in pick-and-roll situations and in space. To Vucevic's credit, he's worked hard at becoming better, trying to be a better rim protector and recognize where he needs to be early on with anticipation. So he's making progress, but it's a blend in my mind.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
Outside, Walker. Hayward outside. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
And the shot goes in. Williams has got 6 points in the quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Walker against Augustine. Shoots from 12. Some solid defense from Brown.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
A minute 20 left in the first half of basketball. Augustine passes to Gordon. Over Tice. Rebound Boston. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Hayward on the wing. Launches it. Rebounded by Isaac.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Left side, Gordon. Feeds to Vucevic. Good D by Williams.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Walker against Augustine. Here's Vucevic. Williams with the block. And they'll keep possession. Another shot. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Out to the right wing. They need this. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
Gotta like the aggressiveness there inside from Isaac. Not afraid to mix it up and go into the defender.
The Magic have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
He's off on the first.
Well, this guy packs a nice skill set, Jonathan Isaac. A slender big man who has nice range and is a superb defender already.
He hits the second from the line. From deep three-point range, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Boston on top, up 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with head coach Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think was the main edge you had?
Well, I thought defensively we were a lot better, and then that led to some offense. But obviously, we're playing a bunch of skilled guys, and we're able to spread the floor, and that's helpful.
You have to make them work at both ends. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. A tremendous game we're seeing from Jaylen Brown. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
They obviously came in wanting to push the action. And so far, so good. They're looking to get easy transition baskets because the other team is not getting back on defense.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. The Magic trail by 3. Tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Terrence Ross is out there with DJ Augustine. And it's Isaac in at the 3, the small forward. The kick out to Brown. Takes a 3. He doesn't hit that one. And Orlando will come the other way. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. A 3 ball. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 6 assists now in the game.
Hey, guys, that's just outstanding confidence from Brown. I mean, getting up with the shot right away and giving the defense no time to react, that's impressive.
Now here's Ross. Pass to Vucevic for three. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Isaac.
And, you know, Isaac, Kevin, is no stranger to contact. Doesn't mind it, embraces it, and as a result, the defense can't bother or distract him.
Walker against Augustine. And Walker kicks to Brown. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Clark, among the bigs, which one do you think runs the floor the best?
Boy, I tell you, Anthony Davis is gazelle-like, and this guy is north of 7 feet tall and is just agile and quick in getting up and down. I think I'd put him at the top of the list. Clint Capella is in that category, and Giannis Antetokounmpo as well, but a lot of times he has the ball and is taking it rack to rack.
He does. He brings it up like a guard, and no one can stop him.
Nobody can stop that guy when he gets coming downhill at you.
Good on the second free throw.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
Pass to Vucevic from 17 feet out. Good on the jump shot. Vucevic has got 7.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Ross, and Ross with the slam.
And when Ross gets a head of steam going to the rim, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of there.
The Celtics with the lead. Walker taking his time here. And it's good for 2. He's got 13.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And you know what? He does. I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 8 over Tice. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Walker. Following the score by Aaron Gordon. Takes the 13-footer. Again, the miss by Walker.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Isaac finds Gordon for the lead. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got 8 rebounds in this game. To the inside, Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Walker against Augustine. Ross passes to Vucevic. Over Williams. And it's Vucevic missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And the Magic making a change here. Aminu's checked in. Smart deciding where to go with it. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
And so Smart nails both of them. You know, Greg, defense forgiven for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
You know, after connecting on one three-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Capable of finishing off those alley-oops, throw it in Vucevic's area, and he's going to go get it for you.
Celtics leading by 3. Smart passes to Poirier. Smart finds Tice. Now Tatum. Clock at 6. Gordon with the defensive effort.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
The Magic making a switch here. Bamba's checked in. Tatum against Aminu. Tatum's shot is off.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Now Bamba, he's got 10. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Smart. Rebound by the Magic. Ross with it. He has 6 to the left side wing. Augustine passes to Bamba. Back to Augustine. Good on the triple. Augustine's got 16 points.
And Augustine has a smooth release. I mean, his jumper is straight cash.
And the Celtics with possession here, trailing by 2. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Tice passes to Smart. To the middle. Here's Tatum. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 7th assist here tonight.
You know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Augustine against Walker. That's tipped. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do on the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Cantor's checked in for the Celtics. Orlando also making some changes. Fournier's checked in for Terrence Ross, and it's Carter Williams in for Augustine. So he comes up empty, missing both. Mark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Shots good by Walker.
I think the mid-range, Jay, has always been one of Kemba Walker's strengths. The defense really can't allow him to get comfortable from that spot.
Carter Williams, the pass to Bamba. Here's Aminu, and stolen by Tatum. A finish, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Here's the pass to Aminu. Here's Vucevic, and again it's Orlando converting. And so it's Boston with it. Here's Walker. 15 points in the game. Pass to Poirier. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 7th assist in the game.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Carter Williams with the bucket.
Boy, a high level of concentration there on the shot from Carter Williams. Really good at knocking down shots despite contact.
Austin's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the 3rd. And Walker kicks to Cancer. Tatum on the wing. Shoots. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Pass to Fournier. Pass to Vucevic. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman, Fournier, solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Walker's got the ball here for Boston. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Al-Farouq Aminu.
Well, one thing you've got to know about Kemba Walker is that this guy can go off at any time. A dynamic scorer that also possesses the killer instinct. And when he gets it going, watch out. It can snowball into a dominating performance.
That's good from Kemba Walker. And for Walker, who stayed 3 years at UConn, Clark, he just keeps getting better on the offensive end.
Boy, Kemba Walker is one of the most dynamic little guys we've had in the league in its history. I mean, his ability to score from outside and inside, really hard to match and quite special. He's the type of player who always is surprising you on the upside.
And so Walker nails both of them.
I love how efficient Walker is. The Connecticut alum continues to just thrive on the offensive end.
Fultz, the pass to Vucevic. Kept alive Orlando. Goes back up. And Aminu kicks to Vucevic. Back to Aminu. And stolen by Tatum. Smart, wide open. He fires. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge. And in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
The Celtics with the lead. The 3 from Tatum. Orlando grabs the miss. Aminu's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Now, here's Walker. He's got 17. He feeds it to Smart. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Smart's got 4 points now in the quarter.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
Here's Birch. Defended by Hayward. The shot by Birch, no good. Tatum against Aminu. Tatum passes to Smart. Shot clock at 6. No good on the triple. Orlando's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly.
Boy, Vucevic so solid in all fundamentals of the game and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Rebound by the Magic. Vucevic has got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Aminu. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Orlando.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've worked hard to get the ball into the low post tonight as well, and it's paid off.
.107 left in the third. Celtics trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
For Boston, they have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. And he knocks down the first one.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Gordon comes in for Nikola Vucevic. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And so Smart nails both of them. Orlando's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Smart against Augustine. And there's the pass to Gordon. Here's Birch. Kicks to Augustine. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Gordon. And the foul on Khem Birch. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And Boston has possession. Smart dishes to Williams. And the call will be against Fournier. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Celtics have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Magic on defense. Brown right side. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, I like the fact that the energy that Brown plays with makes him a guy that does a good job getting to the line.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First one falls for him. And he makes both free throws.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
This is how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
The shot by Birch, no good. Left side, Brown. Here's Smart. That 3 off the mark. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Celtics lead by 2. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Right now, right here. Stop, score, stop. One time. Stop, score, stop.
Well, he's clearly keeping it simple there with that message.
I mean, great communicating with his guys, especially when things get tight.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Williams is out there with Ennis Cantor, and it's Smart in at the point. That's the Boston 5. Al Gordon after Jaylen Brown's 3-pointer that didn't go. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Hayward leading the charge. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic, trailing by 2. Count that one from Isaac.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
The Celtics shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Hayward outside, shoots the 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Orlando's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight, 50% exactly. And that one drops for him. And the Magic lead by 2.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Here's Cantor after the Magic pick up 2 over Gordon. And he can't bank that one in. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. And a switcher also for Orlando. Ross is checked in. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin will see if they can make that adjustment.
Thank you, David. Here's Augustine following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Augustine against Smart. Gordon inside. Over Tice. And the shot is long. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one make. And it's Hayward. That time on the assist from Smart. Smart's got his 8th assist in the game.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
Now here is Augustine. 9 feet out. The shot by Birch, no good.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Passes to Tice. And here is Williams, defended by Gordon. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, he is a behemoth in the paint. Once Williams establishes himself, you almost have to foul him.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And the energy of Williams, it's infectious. Amazing at using it to block shots, rebound, score, whatever they ask of him.
And Williams drops them both. The Magic have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Pass to Isaac. Back to Augustine. Magic moving the ball around. Here's Birch. The Magic again can't hit. Austin's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Here's Smart. It's hauled in by Gordon. Orlando's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Isaac passes to Birch. Fades back. Rebounded by the Celtics. Smart up top. Guarded by Augustine. Smart kicks to Hayward. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 9 assists now tonight.
A tough cover out there. You want to close out hard on Hayward, but you also have to respect his ability to take you off the bounce. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Celtics?
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
Kemba Walker is checked in for the Celtics. And both free throws good for Ross. And here's Walker. Pass to Tice. On the wing, Brown. He's guarded by Ross. Williams kicks to Walker. 6 to shoot. Shot from the top of the key. Offensive rebound. Got a hand on it. Now Augustine. Isaac passes to Augustine. On the wing, Gordon. Over Tice. Another miss by Orlando. Celtics leading by 3. Smart with the ball. Tries from the block, and the jumper is on the mark.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
And the pass to Birch. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there, Augustine, making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Nice shot by Smart.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
The Magic trail by 5. Augustine passes to Birch. Here's Walker. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, you look at Walker, and he's a slight guy, but he powers through it all. Terrific, deceptive strength.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And a switcher also for Orlando. Hamid Bamba, he's checked in for Kem Birch. That's good from Kemba Walker. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Here's Walker following the score by Aaron Gordon. Walker the pass to Williams. It's not going to go for him. And Orlando the other way now.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Augustine, no luck. On offense, here are the Celtics. They're on a 16-6 run. Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They lead by 4. Here's Tice. Passes it to Walker. Teardrop shot. Bamba with the block.
Boy, great timing and awareness there from Bamba. He sends shots away on the daily.
Isaac kicks to Ross. Back to Isaac. To the paint. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket. Shoot 2.
First free throw is good.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Hard to believe that DJ Augustine has been in the league over 10 years now, and he's carved out a nice place in the NBA. He's a calming presence with younger players and always consistently productive.
And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Thursday, they're off to New York to face the Knicks. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for that game against the Hawks, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
And that one falls for Smart.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
And so Smart nails both of them. The Magic trail by 4. Now here is Augustine. Left side Gordon. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got his 5th assist in this one. Inside, here's Smart.
As tough as they get, Smart's a bulldog out there. Does a good job of drawing contact, oftentimes by initiating it.
And Orlando making a change here. Owundu's checked in. Good on both. The Magic have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Fournier in the corner. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Celtics leading by 4. Tatum passes to Williams. Vucevic with the block.
Get that weak stuff out of here. You can't come weak like that against Vucevic. He's going to send it back at you.
Nice D from Williams. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. But they get it back. Tatum passes to Walker. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Walker's got 5 points in the quarter.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now here's Fournier. Once again off the mark, Orlando. It's stolen by Vucevic. Second chance shot, and it's laid in by Fournier.
Yeah, you know, guys, Fournier is a hard matchup in assignment defensively because he's always in motion and does a good job scrapping for rebounds, too.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot.
And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, but the main thing is the 2-possession lead is secure.
shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Like to see Fournier drawing contact on his shots. I mean, he's a crafty player who gives defenses a lot of problems.
And the first one at the line is good. And so Fournier nails both of them.
And in a relatively short time, Fournier has really increased his role in the league. I mean, he's a player you have to guard and keep an eye on at all times.
Now here's Walker. Count it. Good. Walker's got 14 points now in the second half.
That is why they give it to Walker. You can trust him to make smart decisions in big spots.
Outside Fournier. The dish to Gordon. Pass to Vucevic. Over Williams. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut back down to 3 on the basket from Vucevic.
And Vucevic is just a gamer, somebody who accepts the responsibility of coming up big when his team needs him.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Outside Tatum. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. The Magic trail by 5. And here's Augustine. Left side, Gordon. Over Tice. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Smart finds Walker. This ball movement by Boston. Now Tice. 5 to shoot. Pass to Walker. Over Augustine. Walker's shot is off. Orlando's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Vucevic trying to get open. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Augustine.
Hey, and when you're small of stature, you have to be a fearless competitor. And Augustine is all of that. Ready to take any shot. Doesn't matter what point of the game it's at. He's ready to step up.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
A minute 20 left in the fourth.
And this is a critical possession, not one they can afford to come up empty on.
Now the pass to Gordon. Back to Isaac to tie it up. Ball's not loose. Out of bounds. Boston takes possession. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Augustine against Walker. Here's Smart. Buries the long-range jumper.
And of course, this is Smart's biggest hurdle. Sometimes he looks great shooting the 3. Sometimes, though, it's just the opposite.
Now, here's Vucevic. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from Williams. And they go to the intentional foul.
And this could be the old hack-a-shack strategy here. We're seeing this more and more in the NBA, making a poor free throw shooter come through at the line.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's Fournier on the wing. Fires from deep. Rebound by Williams. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
2 shots.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 8. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Cantor. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So we see Boston get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Gordon, nice win for you guys tonight. What was the difference?
Energy. I think we play with a lot of energy, passion, especially defensively. You know, when we're all doing our job and we're playing and we're focused and we're solid defensively and not really having lapses, we can be a pretty good team. You know, that we don't have to walk the ball up the court and it's not as difficult on our offense. So it all starts defensively, and I think it all starts with energy down there.
You've become one of the best young defensive teams in the league, Gordon. Thanks very much. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.